Hi, I'm Amanda Gray, senior from Sheehan.
I'm Treva Carney, senior from Sheehan.
And we're Record Journal Athlete of the Week. I think it's a great honor for both of us to be like the last one, so really appreciate it. I think our biggest highlight was definitely our second game against Shelton. In total, we played 16 minutes that game, a man down, and we still won 10-9. So I think that was a big highlight for us.
Yeah, I think, I was kicked out of that game. That's why we were a player down. But yeah, sitting on the sideline looking at the team, I knew like we had the game even though we were one person down. And I thought it was like amazing that our score last year was the same exact score we beat them by this year. So I thought that was really big for us.
Definitely showed how good of a defensive team we were that game. I started my freshman year here actually.
I started 9 years ago, so in 4th grade when Wallingford actually like started club lacrosse, I was like one of the first like to play on the club. So it's pretty big to like come to Sheehan now and they actually have a varsity team that we actually been a part of like the 4 full years that they actually like started the varsity team. I mean, at first it started like out slow and like no one really like knew the sport. But I remember coming into like Moran Middle School and like everyone like was talking about it. So I feel like it built up like everywhere around like Wallingford too. And I think it like grew as a sport now too when the Tritons are also growing with the school.
I think there's definitely a big development that's happened throughout the 9 years. And I think that it's only going to get better and bigger from here for Wallingford. Well, there was 14 seniors, so I think like the majority of us definitely had a big impact. I think we had like 3 people not seniors starting, so I think we left a good legacy.
Especially like when we started as freshmen, every single year we made it to states except for 1 year. So I feel like we
set off a good note. Yeah, we left a good note on. I think our defense definitely, and we were a little rough starting off the season, but I think that we all got together and like we were
a family.
Yeah, big team, family. Those were definitely you could tell that we were definitely nervous about those games. We kind of were more hype definitely for those games.
Especially because it's our last year playing Lyman Hall, so we try to make it like as memorable as possible, and we came out and wanted to win every time, and that's what happened. So,
well, I think like being the first generation to go all 4 years as a varsity team here, you can definitely see like how great of an impact it has on individuals and the team itself. Like for me, coming as a freshman, not knowing the game at all, never playing, never touching a stick before. Like it just shows like here I am now and what the program has done for me. The coaches are great, everyone's great, the peers. It's just a great program to be a part of.
Even if we like lose a game, we're always like together, and that's what makes us stronger. So like coming together after like a hard loss, we bring it back to the next game and we put it out all like in the game. So I feel like starting freshman year, we weren't really like the strongest team out there because we started our first year like that. But senior year now, I feel like we just made like a big outcome out of all the 4 years we've been here.
I want to leave behind like the family we have and like the unity we have as a team, and definitely like the upperclassmen helping the underclassmen out, and like even like before the season, like we were doing season practices and kind of captain's practices, and just starting there and creating unity is probably the biggest.
Like making a family instead of like just a team and like one player is better than the other. It's just a big family and everyone works like the same and
supporting each other.
Yeah.